What is the price that you pay for living a life that is out of order? The price is chaos in life and in business. My name is Skylar Lewis, and on this episode of the Christian Business Mentor, I'm going to cover what proper ordering looks like in life and how that relays and shows up in business. I was having a conversation with a fellow client of mine, and he said, hey, right now in this phase of my life, I'm going to be focused primarily on building and scaling my company. And my kids are young, so I don't need to spend as much time with them right now. I can spend that time with them later, right? So right now, I'm all about building and scaling, right? Does that sound familiar? What else have you put on the back burner in the name of creating wealth or scaling or building a business? And so as I was having a conversation with them, I said, okay, well, fair enough. And would you be open to the idea that there is a different way of doing that? And he paused and he said, I'm open. And so I said, well, I desire to play the game in life of and, right? You have and or. So is it true that you can only build a business at the sacrifice of your family? Or is it true that you can also build a business while taking care of your family? Now, his decision on what he's going to do depends on the order that he set in his life. What are his life priorities? And I judge life priorities based on results, not based on anything else. So your results determine how I determine someone's priorities when I'm coaching them is I base it on their current results in their life. And so what is a proper ordering of someone's aim, someone's life that glorifies God? A Christian. What's a Christian's proper ordering of their life's priorities? And so I'll give it to you right now. It is faith, family, fitness, and finances in that specific order. Again, faith, family, fitness, and finances. As believers, right, our number one priority is always Christ. If you have a family, right, and maybe you're married or you have kids, your priority secondarily is your family. And then if we move into fitness, your third priority is your fitness. It's your physical health, your own well-being, so that you can be effective long term. Right? It's not very fun if you've built a life of abundance and wealth and you are on your deathbed or you're stuck at the hospital or you have permanent ailments and disease. And finance, which is number 4, is the final thing. You notice how everything else is before the finance, the business pillar. And when I say finance, I'm referring to business for this specific podcast of working specifically with entrepreneurs. And so that is the last pillar. Yet I've seen so many people that have it flipped, where finance is their primary focus based on results, based on where they spend their time, their money, and also they give all of their attention to. And so what is proper ordering? Proper ordering is not having finance as your primary pillar. James 3:16 states, for where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and every evil practice. So with disorder comes every evil practice, which typically will show up as envy or selfish ambition. And so as an entrepreneur, the best thing that you could do is to make faith, family, and fitness your primary priorities above business. And then once you set that, you learn to have a high standard and maintain that ordering. I hope you're enjoying this video. I'm the founder of Rise Up Kings, the largest faith-based personal development organization in the country. And it's our mission to reach as many people as possible to help them live lives of excellence, all to glorify God. We do this through our content that you're watching now. We do this through our seminars. So if you're enjoying this, please subscribe and share. Let's get back to the video. I've met many men, especially in the ministry, in the work that we're in, that have lost their wives. They've lost their families. They have broken relationships with their kids because they've put business above their family. Now, they may have said that they are being intentional, but based on the broken relationships, they were failing. They were missing the mark. And so I want to give you a word of caution. If you do that, there are permanent consequences to putting your family, your faith, or your fitness on the back burner and focusing primarily on building wealth and creating success professionally. So the solution is having a standard where you will not sacrifice your faith, family, or fitness in the pursuit of business. And how do you do that? Well, first off, it's setting the standard that this is now the way that you will order your life moving forward. And then the second piece is committing to maintaining that. And how do you maintain it? You develop the skills necessary to maintain that ordering. So you develop the skill sets. So what are the skill sets? Learning how to run a business efficiently. It is waking up early, being consistent, practicing being disciplined. It is managing your time effectively. There are many skill sets related to that. Now, I'm not going to cover every skill set, but I want you to know if you get clear and you decide and set that standard, I will never put business long-term before my family. And I get it. There's going to be times that the business needs you, right? There's going to be seasons where I've had conversations with Jessica and I said, hey, babe, so right now for the next couple months during the season, I need a little bit more grace because the business is requiring more of my energy and attention right now. However, this is not a long-term thing. And I commit to being even more intentional with you. So that's the key. If you truly commit to this ordering of your life, you will find ways to love on your wife and your family and fill their cup up while dedicating tons of time to your business. Now, just because this is the proper ordering, it's not a time to time equivalent, right? Just because you might be spending 10 or 11 hours right now in business doesn't mean you have to get 10 or 11 hours to your family, right? However, the time that you spend with them, you are so present. You are so connected. You are so intentional that their cups are full, even if they only get a couple hours a day of your time, right? That is 100% possible, and especially if you communicate it with your family, right? So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to step into a new way of ordering your life, not based on what you say, but based on results. Is your wife, does she feel like her cup is full? I would go ask her, hey, babe, am I doing it? How am I doing showing up as a husband? And then ask your kids, right? Hey, kids, how am I doing as a father, right? And I have those conversations somewhat regularly. I want to check in with my kids. Am I meeting their needs the way that they want to, right? So this week, right, I have a crazy busy schedule this week, yet I've dedicated an early morning to go take my son out fishing, even though that entire day is packed. So what can you do to be more intentional so you can really produce results in all of the 4 pillars, not just in 1 or 2 pillars? And my promise to you is that if you truly live an intentional life in those 4 pillars, your life will be dynamic and will shift, and you will live a life of freedom and power versus being in bondage to your business. And that's our mission at Rise Up Kings. Our ministries, it's our goal to reach 100,000 men. We have a saying, change a man, change a world. If we can change one man to have proper ordering and put his faith in his family above his business, that will transform his marriage, his relationship with his wife, and ultimately this world.